What's going on, you guys? Now I know a lot of you guys been hitting me up on the Foreign Springs, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Asking me for exclusives on my blog, for my book. Excuse me, my new memoir coming out next year. So, since I'm a loyal person to my fans, which will be a keyword throughout this entire blog, I decided to drop an exclusive. But now, remember, this is the only exclusive that y'all getting, and let it be known that some of the stuff you might hear, you guys might not like it. But it's the truth. Now, I'm not trying to make this video to be like Rasby or Cat Stacks, making allegations and stuff. No, no. What I'm doing, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm being real sincere with this. This is something that really consumed me and it really bothered me to this day. And that's why I want to tell you guys about it before you guys go out and buy my book, which will be out next year. So here goes. This all happened back in '06 when my little brother played for AAU. AAU was like it's like a basketball organization built for like the youth, like the young kids and stuff. So he has a game out in Reno for like this little tournament or whatever. So we're out there, chilling, having a good time. Him and his team won like the first two games. So their game didn't start till like the third game didn't start till like the middle of the afternoon. So like before the game started, we just chilling, walking around the convention center, seeing all kind of other games and seeing all other players. I guess scouting and seeing who the competition is. So we come across this one game where like a couple of my brother's teammates are like crowded around a game, like it's about to be a fight or something, like you see at school or something. So we go over there. I'm asking my brother's teammate. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? So he's like, man, that's Jay Rice. I'm like, Jay Rice? Like what? So he told me to look down. Jay Rice is sitting down. I'm like, oh man, that's Jay Rice. That's Jay Rice. Oh, y'all don't understand. I was so excited, man, to meet him. I was a Raiders fan. Was a Raiders fan. So I was, just like, oh man, it's awesome. So mind you, there's his son is playing in this game, and it's the fourth quarter, and it's like a minute left. So after the game is over, his son lost, if I might add. So after his son lost, Jerry tried to comfort his son, tell him to cheer up and stuff. So I guess his son started walking away, sad and stuff. So I went up to Jerry, being the humble and kind-hearted person that I am. I'll go up to Mr. Rice and Jerry Rice and say he doesn't get that respect from me. I go up to Jerry and say, Mr. Rice, I'm sorry about your son losing, man. He was like, oh, thank you, thank you. So I go into full fan mode now. I pull out the camera phone. I'm like, yo, Mr. Rice, you think I can have a picture, please, man? He was like, or he looked me up and down like a female would. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, young man, but I'm here for my son, and yeah, I can't do it." So I was like, "Oh, wow." He was like, "But I can shake your hand, though." So I took the little punk ass handshake, and I'm like, "Wow." But I understood what he was doing because at the moment I understood what he was doing because if I had a son and he played in like a game or something, I just want the full attention towards my son. I don't want it all on me at the moment. So I understood where he was coming from. But what I don't understand where he was coming from, I don't sympathize with him when he did this. About 5 minutes later, this white family comes up and they're big fans of him. The same thing as me. They give him the whole spiel and stuff. Sorry for his son losing stuff. So they take then not after they finish that statement, they start taking pictures with him and stuff. They pose in and Jerry's in the middle and he's his arms wrapped around the mother and father and stuff. And then the son is taking a picture and then the son swaps out with his mom and dad and now the son is taking a picture with Jerry. And I'm like, what's going on? Like that really screwed my weekend up, man. I was so heated, y'all. I was really pissed off, like Hulk pissed. Like really, I wanted to turn green. That's how mad I was. Like, my thing was, whose loyalty are you with, Jerry? Are you saying black fans are less important than your white fans? Or is that what you're saying? Like, now, this is a message to all my fans out there. If I ever meet y'all at any convention or any show or if you see me down the street or at a theme park, the whole nine. Anyways, if you guys ever see me anywhere, and if I treat you like an asshole or a jerk like Jay Rice did to me, make sure you knock me the hell out with give me a good Debo punch. Just give me that one mama said knock you out punch. Just lay me out, because I don't ever want to act like that with my fans, That's why I respect MJ, because MJ, I understand that he was at a Prince concert, and He shook almost everybody's hand that was in the hallway, and I said, "That's dedication. That is why I love MJ. Not because of his music, but because of his music. Well, mostly because of music. Don't get me wrong, but because he was a kind-hearted person, just like me." And he's gonna mention in my book too. But Jerry, I just wanted to get this out. I don't like you. You can have all the rings and all the money in the world, but you're still an asshole. That's how I feel about you. That is really how I feel about you. That really screwed my weekend up. And you know what? Jerry, I'm glad you cut your hair because you look sick with those sick ass twisties you had. Y'all remember that when back in '03 we had them ugly ass twisties? Get out of here, man. But to all the other athletes and celebrities and movie stars, basically celebs in general that I met in my whole 20 years, they've been all good to me. I've met them, took pictures. You guys can see on my Twitter and Facebook. They've all been really generous to me. The only one I wanted to point out was Jay Rice because he was the only awful person that I encountered in my whole entire life. Him and another athlete, which I'll say in my book because remember that's the only exclusive you guys getting from me. So without further ado, y'all remember subscribe and comment and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And follow me on Twitter because I get mad too, y'all, because some of y'all leave comments on Twitter. Y'all be like, "Hey, thanks for the review. That review is awesome." Like, yeah, thank you, but can you also subscribe and follow me on Twitter too? That's what makes me mad. That's what really grinds my gears, like Peter Griffin would say. So yeah, y'all do what I say. And I love y'all, man. I really do love y'all, man. And I'm really serious about the fan talk. If you guys ever see me and if I'm a jerk like him. Oh yeah, one more thing. I know he's supposed to be like the NFL's number one player in the world or something. A little poll, little chart that they have, top 100 players or whatever in the NFL. I don't think he's the number one player. I really don't, because a real number one player would be fan dedicated, and really generous. And get out of here, man.